Hi, welcome to the Rock and Roundtable. I hope everyone is having a great week so far. Can you believe it is almost in the middle of December already?
Yeah, almost Christmas.
I know. Wow. This year flew by.
Oh, yeah. Sure did. And we're getting younger every day.
I don't know how that works. It's miraculous.
It's science.
Wait, I can't say that word. It's miraculous. That's it. It's miraculous. It's as bad as vulnerable. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not even going to try that.
yeah,
It's too difficult for me. So for today, we have some exciting stuff we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And one thing is the new streaming service that comes out for rock and metal.
So you told me about this, and I didn't hear anything about it. So tell me.
Yeah, so it's a lot of musicians, or a few musicians, I should say. One is Alex Landenberg, the drummer for Camelot.
Okay.
He and his friends, I guess, came up with this idea, and now they are about to announce the new service. And we're going to come back to that as well here. We also want to talk about a few tours that's coming up here in 2024 as well. And we are very excited. And unfortunately, not all of these tours are coming through Las Vegas. So I guess we're going to have to take a road trip.
Road trip!
Yeah, I mean, I know, well, at least one band we're going to talk about is one of our bucket list bands. And it's the Finnish band Battle Beast. And you may have seen our reactions to Battle Beast. And we are huge fans of that band. Very melodic power metal with a powerhouse singer, Nora.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that tour, we're going to have to find a date that we can go take a road trip to or fly out to, because I don't want to miss it this time.
So one of the recent reaction with Battle Beast that we just had like a week ago, we mentioned that our bucket list is to see them live. And so we just missed them a few months ago when they opened for Camelot. So, but we filmed that video like 2 weeks ago. So it was before the tour was announced.
Yep.
So it was just a few days later they announced the tour. So those of you commented on that video, letting us know about the tour, like, yeah, we, and I acknowledge that. But thanks for the info. But yeah, we that announcement was after our recording.
Right.
So, but we were like, I think we put it out there in the universe,
Yeah,
So
I think so too.
And it was it was because of us.
Yeah,
It was because
it's
of
all thanks to us.
Definitely.
And we were asking
So
for
you can
a
thank
headline
us.
tour as
Yeah.
well. So
yeah, you could thank us for sure.
Yeah.
Are they coming to Vegas? No, they didn't answer that part. But we're going to probably go to California. But
yeah, fly into Orange County and go to Santa Ana. I haven't been to that venue, the observatory. So
me either. So that'll be a new adventure. Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I love Brick by Brick but that's in San Diego, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's too small of a venue for them.
It is too small of a venue, and I would just mix them up. But no, it's going to be exciting. And Santa Ana, we have been to some places there, and obviously we have been to the NAMM show, which is in Anaheim, which is a next door town to Santa Ana. So no, it's exciting, and we're going to make an effort to head out there. So let's just quickly head over here and look at this ROKK. Join the ROKK revolution. So it's a new streaming service focused on rock and metal. And what's exciting about this one, and first off, we all know Spotify, Apple Music, they don't pay the artists that well. So what these guys are claiming to do is that they are paying at least 3 times as much as Spotify does.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And in addition to the monthly subscription service, so you, as a subscriber, you can select one artist that you want to support. So they will take 10% of your subscription cost and give that to the artist.
Okay.
And if I just scroll down here, so if we go to the plans and pricing, so that is the one that is going to be 11 euros per month. And keep in mind, this is going to be starting in Europe now in January 2024.
I see.
And then it's going to follow with North and South America and other countries eventually. They also have a ROKK Hi-Fi Pro plan, which is going to be double, so 19.99 euros. And I guess it's going to be about the same in dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing with that one, the Pro plan is that they will double the amount of money you give to the artist from your subscription on a monthly basis. So if you're a supporter of a band, that is a plan you may want to pick if you really feel like you want to help them out.
Now, this is catered to the rock genre and metal, but like I wonder how they will expand their genre, like their, you know, the gray area under the umbrella of rock and roll, because, you know, in general, there's a huge gray area. So
yeah,
where are they going to do? I guess they're just going to.
So apparently they're going to have other artists as well. I mean, it's dedicated to rock and metal, but if I understood it correctly when I was hearing about this and reading about it, is that there will be other music available as well on the streaming service.
And it's an app as well.
An app for iOS and Android. And I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's exciting. And you see here, artists earn up to 3 times, and 10% goes to your favorite act directly. So I read somewhere that they think some artists may get up to $1,000 a month from this service if it goes according to plan, and we as fans of rock music and metal music actually subscribe. And I mean, today I'm paying for a family plan for Spotify, and I never listen to anything else than rock and metal. So
I can't say the same, but I'd say 60% rock and metal for me, and I have a little bit of like an alternative, you know, dark wave, new wave type of moods I get into as well. So, but I see what you mean, and I can't. I mean, Spotify's been around for a long time, and so it's got a lot. I mean, it's going to compete, but I guess there's plenty of. I mean, it's like when Netflix was holding the torch, but then until, you know, HBO Max and Hulu and Prime Video, they all like said, well, you know, hold my beer, you know. Right?
Did they say that?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
I never heard about that.
And then not to mention Disney and
Paramount.
And now it's like it's overdue. It's too much.
Yeah.
We can't afford 10 different, we can't afford that.
Yeah, and I think we are probably paying $200 a month for all these services.
And we still have cable.
Yeah, which is another $300.
It's another ripoff. Thanks, Cox. But
yeah.
Anyway, it's worth it on the internet, though. The internet service is worth it. So that part.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I'm excited about this one. I'm super. You know, I want to, same thing as we support bands in terms of going to concerts, buying their CDs and merchandise. If this is, you have our favorite artists like Camelot, and the drummer from Camelot is part of this idea or this program or whatever you want to call it, I'm ready to support him if we can.
They're going to have to do. They're going to have to entice us more. Like, actually, they should have exclusive contracts of live streaming as well, even if it's just audio of like festivals, of Vakin, of Hellfest, of Resurrection Fest, of
that would be cool.
All of them,
yeah,
or at least the main ones. So at least you can at least listen to that, like as it's happening, like. Because if I don't have video, if there's just the audio thing, so what? I would love to hear, you know, the live audio set of Vakin of my favorite band. I mean, it'd be great.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just they need a little bit more than just.
Yeah, I mean they're just starting now, so.
Yeah, just like Spotify has podcasts too.
Yeah.
They just added those like in the last few years. 5
Yeah.
years, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it was exclusively like an iTunes back in the day podcast.
Yeah.
And now it's expanded. Nobody even listens to podcasts on iTunes, I don't think, anymore. Do
Oh
they?
yeah, they do.
They do. Okay.
But it's on Apple Music now. But
Yes, that's whatever. But
but either way, I mean, when it comes to starting up a new business, any business really, you need to have investors, and I don't know what investors these guys have, but if this is going to be a good thing, they're going to have more investors coming on, and also support from the labels, obviously, and I'm sure they already have that since they have kicked this off. So I would just guess that this has been going on for a few years before they actually are starting it and giving information to the public. But hey, I have no idea. I'm just speculating. But normally this is what happens when it comes to starting a business.
When's it going to be official?
So January 2024, official for Europe. They're going to start in Europe to begin with.
Okay, well, all right.
Which makes sense because when it comes to rock and metal, Europe is more prominent rock and metal in Europe, in my opinion, in my experience, than it is in the U.S.
So in the U.S., could we get it now through in January, like with a VPN kind of a thing, or we're just going to have to wait?
I think we're just going to have to wait.
Okay.
In case they have to, you have to plug in your address and stuff like that.
Okay, all right.
Especially when it comes to family plans, because at least Spotify, if you're going to be on a family plan, they have to be members of the family. So essentially, people living on the same address.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think for me, I mean, I think I'm going to go with the family plan here, which is $16.99, and that gives you 4 users for that, and you can also pay annually and get a discount. I think it says, what is it?
What would I'm thinking of everything to entice us. If I already know the low quality that Spotify has because of their compression, if this app could make it even better, like a better quality, maybe less compressed, just a little bit better quality. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass. Maybe I don't know anything. But what do you think?
I think it would be good to have a setting. I mean, I don't think Spotify is that bad because you have settings that you can do if you want to have a lower quality or higher quality, but it's still going to be compressed. It's over the internet, and if you're going to stream on your phone, I mean, you can't be raw, wave files, right? But
right. I own a lot of my music, and I have a 1 terabyte phone, so I have all my music on there as well. And then I listen to Spotify if usually if it's a new album that I'm not sure if I want to purchase yet, but there's albums that have been out for like 20 years or more that I own and I have them in JPEG form, zip
JPEG?
files. Well, not JPEG.
That's pictures.
Yeah. I have them in whatever form that is. What is it called?
MP3?
MP3, yeah. I'm old. Anyway, we'll cut that out. Anyway, you have it at MP3 or WAV files as well. And anyway, so when I listen to that through my phone, through a good music app that I use, it's like night and day. You always say, "Oh my God, it sounds so much better."
It truly is.
But then again, it is what it is. I mean, it's
but I think for streaming services. I mean, if you're an audiophile, you have the music. I mean, even CDs are compressed in some form. But
yeah,
the point is, it's gonna. What I like about this one, number one. It's dedicated to rock and metal, but it still has the options for other bands as well, or other type of music. But the main thing is that they're giving the artist 3 times as much as Spotify, and you can dedicate one artist of your choice to give 10% of the subscription fee to. And I think that's huge, and that's a really good idea. And I mean, there are musicians behind this program, right?
Yes.
So it's not like businessmen like Daniel Ek from Spotify who is more of a business than a music fan. I would think. I mean,
Yeah, they don't
I'm
really-
sure he's a big
They're
music
not
fan as well. But
catering. They're not catering to the bands and the musicians because
no, they're
getting
not.
such a teeny.
Yeah,
push.
and that's. I mean, it's unfair. I mean, we have been talking about this for years now. That how are musicians going to make money? We have friends who are musicians, and some people think they're multimillionaires driving Ferraris, and well, some do, but
Yeah, which yeah.
yeah, and
You have one extreme to the other. You have the ones that have 4 mansions, and the one that are just renting a room off of off of a neighbor.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, it's
What's going on? But then it's poor business too. Management, money management. You know.
Yeah,
That's that as well.
but the point is, if artists, whatever type of artistry they're doing, if they're musicians, if they're actors, if they whatever they do in terms of art, if they're not paid fairly, I would say it doesn't have to be well, but fairly, it's discouraging. And at the same time, as an artist, you don't really have a choice. It's not like you have a job. You have a lifestyle. It's your passion. It's your life. You can't say, well, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to change path. You're always going to be a musician. You're always going to be an actor or an artist in terms of, painting and anything you can think of.
Support or buy the merch, folks. Buy the merch when you go to shows. Things like that.
Yeah.
It supports the music and the artist.
Yeah, because clearly now the streaming services, they really fuck with people, and not in a good way.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So let us all know what you think. Would you consider subscribing to this one? Would you consider maybe dropping your Apple Music subscription, Spotify? I'm curious. I think we're going to keep them all, but we will subscribe to this one when it becomes available here in the US. And then kind of compare, see what we like, what we don't like, and we'll see what happens. But keep in mind, this is just starting up right now. I mean, there will be glitches, there will be bugs, there will be things that you would like to see differently, but you cannot really compare apples to apples when it comes to Spotify and Apple Music, that has been around for years. So yeah, give these guys a chance, because we will 100%. So next thing that we want to talk about is Disturbed. So
They're going on tour, North America.
Yeah, man, it's exciting, and I don't know. Do they have an album coming out as well? I have not really looked into this.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but either way, it's going to be fun. And Disturbed, they put on such a great show. And honestly, I didn't listen to Disturbed much. I've heard about them, obviously. Who hasn't, right? But I never put on an album and listened to Disturbed when I went to the gym or, whatever it may be. But we went to a show here in Las Vegas.
No,
in Pittsburgh.
No.
Where were we?
Another P town.
Oh, Portland.
Pissy town. Anyway.
Yeah, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just incredible.
Yes, it was up. I've been a fan of Disturbed since their debut album, so over 20 years. So, and I did listen to it every single day, working out then, it was so amazing. So I never had a chance to see them live till recently. It was a few years ago. But they were amazing. He was great. It was just, I didn't know what to expect. I thought, they're probably going to suck now. I don't know. But, we had so much fun, and it was great. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to go to any of these dates here?
I think we will, right? Let's see. I think
Vegas is the last one, isn't it? No, I'm wrong.
Oh, that's in, let's see here. I think I saw, here, the Back Theater. That's at the Palms, right?
Where's that?
No, that's not. It's the Planet Hollywood.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
So this is where we saw Scorpions.
Okay.
And Skid Row
That's
as well.
actually a good. That's pretty good. I mean, I'd consider
It's a good
that.
theater. Yeah, it is. I don't understand why it says Paradise, Nevada, but I guess it's in Paradise.
It's right off of Paradise Boulevard, which is like crackhead city. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah. And they play in at the Moody Center, Austin as well, and that is also similar to Back Theater. It really, I mean, the acoustics there is incredible. So no, it's cool. I mean, and I guess it's like what could be 3,500 to 5,000 people.
Okay.
About that.
Yeah.
So we will most likely go to see this show. I would assume. So if you can find tickets, unless it's sold out already. But so anyway,
next tour,
I'm actually going to go to this one now. My Swedish brothers, my Viking brothers, Amon Amarth, coming back to the U.S. again, headlining, and well, they
always headline. Well,
no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They opened for Ghost last time we saw them.
But 2 or 3
September.
times before that, they were headlining. So
yeah, but they were playing House of Blues, smaller venues.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't they play Brooklyn Bowl?
Maybe they did.
Yeah.
I can't remember. When we saw them, when they were headlining, they played at the House of Blues with Arch Enemy.
Yeah.
Grand
We've seen them
Magus.
multiple times.
Yeah, we have seen them many times.
They're amazing. If you haven't seen them, go see them at least go check them out at least once. But we're considering, are they coming to Vegas?
Oh, yes.
What is that?
Let me, I have to double check here.
Yeah, scroll slowly so that people see.
Okay.
Okay.
Tampa, obviously. So here we have Phoenix, and then we have Las Vegas here.
Oh, they're at the Palms, the Pearl Theater.
Right.
It's a good theater. It's also like 4,000 people.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that, between 3 and 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In Cannibal Corpse and Obituary.
What'd you call me? No.
Obituary.
Yeah. I'm going to have my own. That's another name of my new band. I already have like 7.
Oh, God.
Obituary.
Goodness.
But Cannibal Corpse, we've seen once.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Pittsburgh. It was 2019.
Yeah.
It was kind of like out of the. We were just back there vacationing, visiting family. But we just thought we had a night off, and we're like, oh, let's just check this theater out. I mean, let's just check what's going on.
Was that the Rocks Theater?
The Rock.
Yeah.
The Red Roxy, not Roxy.
Roxy, that's in
the Rex
LA.
Rex Theater.
Okay.
R-E-X. Yeah. Great. It was a great experience. Cannibal Corpse is, if you're a fan, it was great. You know, I know it was a one-time thing. They're like iconic if you like that kind of deep death metal, you know. And it was a great experience. But I don't care to see them again.
No.
Sorry, but they are iconic, and if you're into that music, then go. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they put on a really good show, and the crowd was just loving it so much. That was exciting, and well, it's not like I'm listening to Cannibal Corpse either, generally, but I love to see any band.
Yeah, it was just a night of music, and we were happy to go out. So
Yeah,
no matter
sure.
what band was playing. So
That was cool, but I think we should go to this one as well. We most likely will, if we are in town.
yeah.
So that can be fun. But the last one, again, we have talked about this many times on our reactions and
BB, Battle Beast.
Battle Beast, the Finnish amazing band. I mean, think about Finland. How many great bands do they have, really?
Only a handful.
There are tons. I mean, you have Nightwish, you have Battle Beast, you have, your favorite, Amorphous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And just recently, we just figured out that Beast in Black is is from Finland, and we didn't know
yeah,
that. We didn't know that, which they're amazing as well.
Yeah. And one of my all-time favorite bands who are no longer playing due to the singers passing away, but Children of Bodom.
Oh, I didn't know they were Finnish.
They're Finnish, and what a great band. Yeah. So, however, this is super exciting, and Battle Beast, they were just here in the U.S. Was it September, October?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supporting Camelot, and now they're coming back to the U.S. and they're going to headline, which we are.
So get to the North American dates.
Oh, yeah. But before we go there, so check this out. From December 15th, which is in a few days here, they're going to be so incredibly busy. So they're going to play in Finland, obviously, their home country. Many dates here starting the year. And then if I just keep scrolling down here, you have Germany, you have Luxembourg. So they do like in a European tour in February.
Paris, Milan, Vienna, Munich. Yeah, wow.
Absolutely incredible. And then you see, this is February. They don't take any time off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Husqvarna as well.
Helsinki, they're almost back home. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
They go to Summer Breeze, which is interesting.
Yeah, so they go to Summer Breeze in Brazil. Well, before that, they have the Argentinian festival.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that? Icarus Music Fest?
No clue. Let's call a few friends.
Can I call a friend?
Let's call a friend named Carlos. Hey, Carlos. How do you pronounce that? Anyway.
Well, he's from Brazil, so.
Yeah, he would know, right?
How they pronounce in Argentina?
Yeah, I think, Whitney?
Well, I think Argentina, they speak Spanish and they speak Portuguese in Brazil.
Oh, then let's just cut this part out.
Yeah. And then from Brazil, heading back to Scandinavia and playing in Norway. And then, just a few days after, back to the west side of the globe, to US. So it's going to be a North American tour, so US and Canada. And I'm incredibly excited. So we're going to play House of Blues, which is a good size for a band like this.
In Cleveland and Chicago.
Yeah. Englewood. I don't even know where that is.
California.
No, that's Inglewood.
I thought it was Inglewood, California.
No, see, Englewood.
Then I don't know. But Gothic theater, I mean, I want to go there. We were at the Depot.
Yeah.
The Depot. And I'm going to call it the Depot. Let's just leave everything like that. Anyway, we were just there recently, so.
Yeah. And then back in Canada on the west coast, going through Portland down to Santa Ana. And this will probably be the date we will, see them. Mm. It's a Saturday, May 25th. My brother's birthday, actually.
Oh.
And then Arizona, and then into Texas and Georgia. And I mean, what a great tour. So they end the tour in the U.S., in New York City, June 2nd.
Yeah. The Gramercy Theater is famous. All the really cool European bands end up going through with the Gramercy. So that's really cool.
Super cool. And then take a month and a half off and then start up in Finland again. I mean, wow. This band, they have really signed up for a full year of touring. You see here, it's all booked through September, October. I mean, it's pretty much an entire year.
Yeah.
So,
and this is still off their album.
Yeah.
That last album, that is my favorite. So, yeah.
Yeah, Circus of Doom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a really good album. And I mean, again, this band, we have said it before, but we are huge fans of the band, the music they write, but also the powerhouse singer, Nora. She is the one who really enhances about everything about this band, in my opinion.
Nora, we love you. So we wish you well. And we're saying hello from the U.S., and we will see you soon.
Yeah. Too bad you're not coming to Las Vegas, but maybe next time, next headline tour.
Yes.
In 2025,
yes.
Hopefully.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But we're going to come find you anyway. Wait, a stalker. There's a stalker in the house.
Yeah,
anyway,
we'll come find you. Yeah, we are such a big fan of the band. So, no, it's exciting news. And I mean, there are many, many tours we want to check out, obviously, except for the ones we talked about here. And it's like a good thing and a bad thing with Las Vegas, because it feels like a lot of the bigger bands, they come play here and maybe have residencies. So we're going to have Scorpions, we're going to have Foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
So those kind of classic rock bands, right? But some of the newer bands, or especially in metal, that may not, attract 5,000 people plus.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're coming here.
Right. I don't know. We'll get a couple months where it's nonstop, and then there's a couple months where it's dry. But then it's not dry in Vegas, don't get me wrong, but you're going to have giant headliners like Pink, Beyonce, Madonna.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, 20,000 seat plus.
Yeah, that's pretty
stadiums
much
and
every
arenas.
weekend.
So that's all the time. So
Yeah.
Vegas gets that more than anything. So, but they're pop stars. And I think that's the biggest genre in the world right now, pop, because you can go more rock pop or country pop or R&B pop. Pop.
Yeah, country artists, they are playing all the time.
There's a lot of residencies from country artists as well, here.
And I think those bands that do not come here, I don't think it's like they don't want to play here. It's just that they're not getting booked. So if someone would book them and pay their fee, so to speak, I'm sure they would play here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. The competition, maybe it's too much competition.
Just recently, Burning Witches played in one of our local venues. We didn't get to go.
Yeah.
We were going to, but there was just,
It was a
scheduling
night.
Yeah, school night, scheduling conflict. So
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I think Vegas has plenty of things going on, and next year, this summer coming up is I heard they're reopening the Huntridge Theater, which was a big rock metal venue before it shut down over a decade ago.
Okay.
And it's been shut down. Well, what year was it? It's been 15 years, I think, or more.
Yeah, it was in the 90s, right?
Yeah. I think Children of Bodom played there.
We checked their website. There were tons of, big
amazing
bands.
Yeah. So they finally they're revamping it now, and it's supposed to be reopened. I asked a dear friend of mine, and she mentioned it. I think she said June of this year, of 2024, somewhere spring, summer of 2024. So that's it. The capacity that I recall, it's like the House of Blues capacity.
Okay.
So yeah, between 15 and 2,500, somewhere in there. So anyway, that's going to open things up, and I hope it'd be nice if it's just a rock venue, but you can't just, like I said, how strict rock do you want? You're going to have so many gray areas of different types of bands. But anyway.
Yeah, because, when it comes to the venues here, we have these so-called smaller venues that maybe capacity a couple of 200-300 people.
Yeah.
And when we actually have had big bands playing those venues as well. We had at Vamp'd, Counts Vamp'd, which is a place we go to quite often, and we can recommend that if you're in town. But they have had Y&T there, Michael Schenker. We saw, Accept play there as well. Mm-hmm. So they have had really good artists there. And who would you expect to play maybe bigger venues? And then we have BBB, which is also a smaller place, but they bring in tons of really good metal bands, and more on the extreme side, like death metal, black metal type of
they used
genre.
To be more melodic metal. Now it's either R&B something and then to extreme death metal. So there's no in between. It just seems like lately.
Yeah.
But
and that venue is pretty cool because they have two different. It's one big building and the same owner, and one place, one part of it's called BBB, so backyards. What was it, billiard backyard? I can't remember. And then the next, behind like curtain, they have Fremont Country Club, which is a bigger venue. And we saw Quiet Riot there actually on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was
one
super
time.
fun. Yeah.
And so the point is, there are so many great places, and then you have inside of casinos, you have the Chelsea where we saw Evanescence and Hailstorm. And also, I mean, there's so many great places. I can't even remember.
The House of Blues, Mandalay Bay.
Of course, yeah.
And of course, they had the big. It used to be the Mandalay Bay Event Center. It's an arena, like 8,000 people, but they call it something else now. It's some other arena. They keep changing names.
Yeah.
But they have a big arena as well. And they used to have shows in the beach venue, outdoor beach venue in Mandalay, but it's only in the summer.
Yeah, they have Psycho Fest.
Yeah, and that's fun because I mean I've seen two. I've seen Pink back in the day. Now she does stadiums. Okay, if it's just so you know, I saw Pink at the beach, in Mandalay Bay, which is like 1,000 people. So, and then Pep and Atar as well. So it was like a year or two before that. So this is like 20 years ago. So anyway, but they have that. So Mandalay Bay is pretty equipped with everything, but not to mention each casino has their own theater.
Yeah, and Park MGM. We
That's
saw
a nice one.
Yeah, we saw Iron Maiden there.
And Gwen Stefani, right? Was it Gwen Stefani?
I can't remember.
Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, there are tons of great venues in this town. And like you mentioned, all the casinos. I mean, even outside of like North Las Vegas and Henderson, those casinos have both indoor and outdoor venues as well. And they tend to have these 80s bands there, like Wingers, Striper,
Warrant.
And then one we should not forget is the Golden Nugget.
Yeah, they always have good 80s bands there. We just saw recently Lita Ford, right?
Yeah.
And we've been to many other shows there.
Yeah, Steelheart, and I think Winger played.
Steven Adler, I think.
Yeah, Steven Adler. So, I mean, we are really spoiled here. So whenever bands are not coming through town, we should just shut them up.
And then the Hard Rock the Hard Rock Cafe on the strip.
Right, Vinyl and the Joint.
Well, no, the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, Cafe, yeah.
Who did we see? Last in Line, we just saw. And
we saw Last in Line. In Flames play there, but we missed that show.
Yes, we. Whoops, no.
Yeah, which is incredible because In Flames, they have playing arenas, right? And huge festivals, headlining huge festivals. Playing that small little venue, which is still cool. And now they have Rock Vault.
Yeah, that's like there. It is a residency like there.
Yeah. And Rock Vault is fun as well because they play rock from the 60s to present time. So there's like medleys, if you will, with all these bands and all these songs that you probably know really well. And they have a revolving door when it comes to artists.
Yeah, we know a few of them, so
yeah. And it's just tons of fun. And pretty much every single one who plays there, they have played in a really big band at some point. So it's really cool.
And those of you who don't know that the original, although now I'm switching to casino, so the original Hard Rock Casino, and I was there opening weekend. It was back in 2000. When was it? 1990, actually, 1990 something. Yeah. Anyway, but that had just shut down before COVID, and it got bought by Virgin.
Yeah.
So it's now the Virgin Hotel, and the old Joint that everybody. I remember the Joint was a small little venue, and I've seen many bands there. Lacuna Coil, for one, it was like really. Anyway, it was very small, and they revamped the Joint. A lot larger, and that's still there, but it's now called some other theater. But, so they still book bands there, and then Vinyl, I guess, is still there. But I don't know if it's still called Vinyl or something else. I don't know. But Hard Rock isn't done because they bought the Mirage.
Mirage, yes.
The Mirage, legendary, iconic casino. that's been here for, I don't know, 40 years or more. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But they bought, so it's in the process now of being revamped, and it's going, I don't know how much longer they need. Maybe, hopefully by next year, another year or two, it'll reopen as the new Hard Rock Hotel Casino on the Strip this time, not off on some back street. But that should be good. And there's a nice theater in there as well. I'm sure that's going to be revamped. But that theater's famous because
I think that's a good idea too.
A lot of artists back in the day when like Cher actually had a concert there and was on remember guys when HBO was new and it was having concerts on, that were airing concerts on HBO back in the good old days. Well, the one that Cher had, and this is long ago, and this is like, I don't know what, it's the turn back time back then. It was before,
was that like 85 or something?
Before Believe. So it was, yeah. So that was recorded at that theater.
Oh.
And it's professionally recorded, and you can buy it now on, well, it was VHS then, but I'm sure you can get it on Blu-ray now. But anyway, I think other artists as well. So that theater is pretty famous. So that'll be used.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I know they are about to build that huge guitar outside of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I want to see that again, or a new revamped one. Yeah, they're going to have a new one, maybe even bigger. So
yeah,
that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, there's so many things happening in this town, and I mean, we are lucky to be here.
We are. Sometimes we take it for granted.
Yeah, when it comes to entertainment,
so what?
Yeah. Sometimes when I drive on, when I see the Strip, I'm like, I can't believe I'm actually living here, especially coming from Sweden and now living in the. I mean, it's the biggest entertainment city in the world, I would say.
Yeah.
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 It's quite interesting when you get these thoughts, but anyway. We're blabbering, but we want the point of this podcast today was just to focus on, first off, the streaming service that we are pretty excited about, and hopefully it will be a successful project, if you will, or it turns into something real, competitor to Spotify and Apple Music, and we will do our part to support them as much as we can. And also the Disturbed tour, Amon Amarth tour, and lastly the Battle Beast tour. And wow, so exciting. And we will make arrangements and make sure we can be there to see Nora and her band in Santa Ana, California.
Well, that wraps up our little bit of a podcast today.
If you want to see more content like this, let us know. We find this really interesting. Essentially, it's just things we are talking about regularly. We're sitting on the couch, watching TV, keep talking about different things, and it's just us. And we were thinking maybe someone would be, interested to hear what we have to say and would enjoy it. If you do, please hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment below. Please come up with different topics that we should talk about, because we can talk for hours when we get into things. So, yeah, we want to thank you guys who have subscribed, who are commenting on our videos, suggesting us to react to different songs, bands we have never seen before or heard before, I should say. And until next time,
we will catch you on the flip side.